The story begins with two young friends who decide to escape the busy city life and spend a few peaceful days in a remote cottage hidden deep inside a forest. They are excited, laughing, and talking about their future while driving on an empty road. Along the way, another car tries to race with them, creating a strange and uncomfortable moment. One of the boys feels uneasy, as if someone is watching them, but he ignores the feeling, thinking it is just tiredness. As night falls, the forest grows darker and more silent. When they finally reach the cottage, the atmosphere feels unnatural, too quiet, too empty. One of the boys goes outside and never returns. The other follows his ringing phone into the woods, only to be attacked by an unknown force. His screams disappear into the darkness, and his fate remains unknown. Soon the story shifts to a lesbian couple, Ray and Valerie, who live happily together, but fear society's judgment. Valerie wants to move forward in their relationship, and even talks about marriage, while Ray remains unsure and cautious. Valerie convinces Ray to take a break at a special retreat cottage made for same-gender couples. Though Ray is uncomfortable with the idea of going to such a remote place, she agrees for Valerie's happiness. On the way, they stop at a gas station, where a strange man flirts with Valerie, making Ray uncomfortable. They leave quickly and continue their journey. Their car tire breaks in the middle of nowhere, and Ray fixes it with great effort. When they finally reach the cottage, it looks beautiful and peaceful from outside. Inside, it is clean but strangely lifeless, as if no one has lived there for years. Ray notices disturbing hunting paintings on the walls, which make her uneasy. Outside, she feels someone watching them, but she ignores it. Unknowingly, they have already entered a deadly trap. The next day, Ray and Valerie decide to walk through the forest and enjoy nature. While exploring, they find a ringing phone lying on the ground, filled with missed calls. They do not understand its meaning, but it creates tension. Later, Ray notices cigarette smoke and footprints, realizing that someone is secretly observing them. Fear begins to grow in her heart. She rushes to Valerie and tells her they must leave immediately. When they return to the cottage, they discover that their car is gone and their phones have disappeared. Panic spreads between them. Strange footprints cover the floor, leading from the forest into the house. They hear whispers and think the owner might have arrived. Hoping for help, they go downstairs, only to witness a horrifying sight. Two half-cut dead bodies lying on the sofa. These are the same boys from the beginning. Nearby, masked men stand silently, watching. Terrified, Ray and Valerie run into the forest. Their only thought is survival. While escaping, Valerie steps into a trap that tightly locks onto her leg. She falls, screaming in pain. Ray desperately tries to free her, but fails. Nearby, their car is sinking into a lake, proving that everything has been planned. Ray decides to dive into the lake to find tools, but suddenly a man starts shooting at her. She barely survives and returns, only to discover that Valerie has vanished. The trap is gone. Valerie is gone. Ray realizes that the criminals intentionally separated them. Now alone, she wanders through the dark forest, hearing Valerie's distant screams. Cameras are hidden everywhere, recording her fear. Suddenly, a masked man attacks her from behind. She loses consciousness and wakes up chained inside an underground bunker. Her nightmare has truly begun. Ray wakes up in a dark, cold bunker, chained like an animal. She screams for help, but no one comes. Through a small window, she sees a woman cooking in another cottage. At first, Ray thinks she might be another victim, but soon she realizes the truth. The woman is part of the killers. The masked man appears, and instead of attacking her, they act like lovers. This shocks Ray deeply. The man, named James, starts filming Ray with a camera, threatening her life. She begs him to let her go, promising silence, but he laughs cruelly. He knows no one escapes this place alive. Later, more people arrive, including the same man who flirted with Valerie at the gas station. Ray understands that that they have been stalking them from the beginning. James kills one of his own partners without hesitation, showing that human life means nothing to him. Clara, another member of the group, brings Ray water and coldly tells her it is her last drink. Kevin records everything, enjoying the suffering. The criminals are not just killers, they are filmmakers of cruelty, recording torture and murder for profit. Ray watches helplessly as they brutally torture another victim. She learns that these people sell violent videos online and earn money from viewers. Their targets are mostly same-gender couples. They use the resort as bait, pretending to support LGBTQ people while secretly hunting them. Realizing that she will soon be killed, Ray decides to fight back. She bites off part of her own finger to escape her chains, enduring unbearable pain. Using her courage and intelligence, she knocks out Clara and escapes the bunker. But she refuses to leave without Valerie. Love gives her strength greater than fear. Ray follows Valerie's cries and finds her tied up in another room. Valerie is weak, injured and terrified, but still alive. Ray frees her and promises that they will escape together. They find acid bottles and prepare a trap. Valerie will spray Kevin, while Ray hides with an axe. Their plan succeeds. Kevin is blinded, and they manage to escape the room. Outside, they search for car keys, but James catches Ray and nearly kills her. At the last moment, Valerie attacks James with an axe and kills him. This act shows her transformation from a gentle woman into a fearless survivor. Together, they enter the monitor room and discover the truth. Thousands of people were watching the murders live, sending likes and comments. Their suffering was entertainment. Clara appears with a gun, still loyal to her dead partners. Ray jumps on her, and in the struggle, Clara is killed. Now only Kevin remains. The couple knows that as long as he is alive, danger will follow them. They decide to end the nightmare forever. They split up and use Ray as bait. Kevin appears, pointing his gun at her. Ray asks him why he did all this. He reveals that Clara was his sister, and James his brother-in-law. They started this business for money, and later became addicted to power and cruelty. Before he can finish, Valerie shoots him. Ray does not let Kevin die easily. She records his final moments and shows him to his own online audience. Then she kills him, ending the cycle of violence. The hunters have become the hunted. As morning arrives, sunlight slowly replaces the darkness. Ray and Valerie, exhausted and wounded, walk away from the cursed forest. They leave behind the bodies, cameras, and evidence, so that the truth will someday be discovered. Their nightmare is finally over. Later, kind strangers give them a lift to the city. Sitting in the car, holding each other's hands, they realize how close they were to losing everything. Their love saved them. Their courage kept them alive. They are no longer afraid to be who they are. The story ends with a powerful message. Not every beautiful place is safe. Evil can hide behind attractive masks. Blind trust can lead to destruction. But love, bravery, and unity can defeat even the darkest forces. Ray and Valerie's journey teaches us that victims are not weak. When pushed to the edge, they can rise, fight back, and rewrite their destiny. What began as a romantic getaway turned into a battle for survival, and they won. This is not just a horror story. It is a story of resistance, identity, and the unbreakable strength of love.